Weirdos, my name is Marie McWilliams. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm doing a very belated December wrap-up. Hey guys, as I said, for today's video we're doing a December wrap-up. It's a little belated, mostly because every single day of 2020 so far I have been dying with a viral infection. You can probably still hear it in my voice. And if I start coughing uncontrollably during this video, then I apologise. I'm still not 100%, but I have to get back into the swing of things eventually, and I thought the best way to do that would be to start with a bit of a December wrap-up of all the books that I read last month, which actually was a lot more than I thought I was going to be honest, given how crazy December is. Before I launch into my books, if you could please subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it, and don't forget to hit that bell button so that you get a notification every time I post new content, and you guys never miss out. Okay, so let's go straight in. Next up, we have STAZR, and I am so sorry if I pronounce this wrong, by Anne Ayaruvu. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing this. Essentially, this is a fantasy series, and this is created by this woman who's actually a doctor, and she wanted to sort of make reading more accessible in today's society where we are much more media driven, where we don't have the same amount of time to dedicate to reading that we once had. So each of the parts of the story are all quite short, designed to be ingested fairly quickly, but are also designed to be quite immersive and to create a sort of all-encompassing world. So for example, they actually hand burn the edges of the pages, if you can see that, for the book, which I really appreciate the effort there. And the little bits here, these are actual metal, stuff like that, and it came with like a little key and all. And it's very much multimedia oriented, so there is there are sort of snippets of people reading from it, there are actors acting out parts of it, there's going to be a game released, there's a YouTube channel, a website, there's this whole big multimedia kind of way of exploring this world, the world of Z, and it's supposed to sort of try and get people back into reading and create this big fantastical world. So I actually really enjoyed this. It's not a long read, like it's a short read, and I think you can actually get it for free if you go onto their website. You can get the ebook for free, and yeah, if you're into fantasy, I recommend it. It's about a gentleman and his sentient pig human friend going on the beginning of their adventure that is going to eventually sort of lead to discovering everything about this universe and how they're going to have to inevitably save it. But yeah, this is just a brief introduction to the world. It opens up the idea of all these new races, these species that have evolved to be kind of humanoid like pigs, and this sort of class structure between them, that there's like a caste structure with pigs being considered less than the humans, the people who have evolved from human beings rather than the ones that have evolved from the animals that human beings brought. Things like that. It opens up this sort of political spectrum, and yeah, it's just like dips your toes in the water, but it's enough to definitely get me intrigued. So I want to be reading more about this world. I'm not hugely into fantasy, but I did enjoy that, and I think the fact that it was sort of like slightly shorter helped me with that, because I don't know, I find sometimes fantasy can drag a bit slightly, but with that it gave me just enough for me to want more, if that makes sense. The other two books I read are actually on Kindle, and I read them on my phone. So the first one is a novella called